Hey, what's up, everybody? Today we're looking at The Brain, The Story of You by David Eagleman. David Eagleman is a neuroscientist and an author. He's written a couple other books about the brain called Incognito and Livewired, and after reading this one, I want to get them both. This book was pretty cool, and I guess I'll just start by saying I really liked it. I've been thinking lately about doing a top 10 favorite books about the brain, and as I was reading this one, I was thinking not only would it appear on that list, but it would probably be in the upper five. As a person who has read a lot of these, I think this is one of the ones I would recommend to get people started into this topic. I think this is one of the ones that paints a really good picture of how the brain works, about modern views on plasticity and how firing patterns in the brain work. This book also has a good balance of psychology, philosophy, and neuroscience, as good brain books tend to do. Besides just being full of super interesting stuff, this book was really well put together too. I was impressed with the author, and I've never heard of this guy before. On the cover of the book, it says, now an acclaimed BBC TV series. Have you guys seen this? Let me know in the comments. This thing read like something that felt like a well directed and edited TV program. The book had 6 chapters with subsections, which I love. Each chapter title is like a philosophical neurological question, such as who is in control and what is reality. And the author discusses what we know about brain function to answer these questions. He'll cite studies a lot over the years that helped us build our understanding of the brain, but he doesn't go into a lot of science. This is not a book that involves having to remember any complicated systems or reactions. I really like the approach taken by this author because the points he discusses are points that I find especially fascinating. Like how everything we are is based on this physical ball inside of our skulls, and how our sense organs determine our picture of reality, and the relationship between these sense organs and the machine that interprets them. Just like in that Ed Yong book we looked at, In Immense World, it's so fascinating. This book was short and sweet, coming in at 223 pages, and it left me wanting to buy this guy's other stuff. And considering that this could be considered entry level material, as I've said, I've read a lot of these books and I wasn't bored for a second. True, this book was pretty full of stuff I've heard elsewhere, except the last chapter, which we'll get to in a second. The author's presentation kept it interesting to the last page, and I kept getting this feeling like this would be such a good one to recommend to people who are interested in the brain and were looking for material to get started. And throughout the read, I kept thinking, I can't wait to praise this book in my review. So, what else? It's got quite a few pictures, photos, and illustrations, and it's got these side boxes when he wants to expound on a topic on the side. Between that, the chapter lengths with the subsections and the pictures, and a glossary and endnotes, the formatting of this book was nearly perfect. This book captured much of why I love these books. It's a very good representation of the questions and the topics that make people love these kinds of books. One of the things that he did a bit differently that I'm surprised I haven't seen more is in the last chapter, he's not afraid to discuss ideas that sound unrealistic, but many of these ideas we're already exploring, like wiring machines directly to people's brains to act as new organs. And David takes these ideas to sci fi levels with some very interesting hypotheticals about the future of neuroscience. All that was really cool to read about. So I hope you liked this video and thank you for watching. If this is the kind of thing you're interested in, I would feel comfortable recommending this book. Also, I will probably be doing a video for top 10 favorite books on the brain, so you're going to see a lot of very cool stuff in that video. For now, I am looking forward to reading David Eagleman's other books. If you're interested in psychology, philosophy, and neuroscience, check out The Brain, The Story of You by David Eagleman.